your mic?
Yeah.
All right, bro. So, all right, guys, this is our first podcast type video. Maybe the last one I did was kind of just me, like just talking about the business, how we started it, and I told you guys I was gonna come back, make another one. We're gonna get more into the Turo stuff in this one. It's my brother. He's been doing Turo too, and his car has been doing really good on there. And he just put his truck on there, and that's probably gonna get some momentum, like when it gets its first trip. But this is my brother Isaac.
Hi guys, my name is Isaac. I basically just been around Vic as the business has been growing, helping him out, kind of just taking almost every step he's been trying to take and just helping him out wherever I can. I got into Turo because I saw how he was doing it and I saw that it could be like a good investment going into like putting my money somewhere and seeing it still like kind of come back and be able to use it as it's making money too. So I just followed his path that he took through Turo, and so far it's just been working. And yeah, gonna try out the Rebel next, see what's up with that one. And yeah.
Yeah, like we were talking about getting another Tesla because it looks like EVs are doing good right now in Turo. Like, and it makes sense. People are starting to get the idea of, you know what, maybe I should go electric. Maybe I should get a Tesla. They're cheaper right now. And honestly, if you have a charger at home, like you could really ride around in a Tesla for almost close to nothing compared to gas. Like in this thing, in the last like week, if I'm going out, like I'm spending like at least $100, like just in a couple of days, just driving around in a Tesla like that. You're gonna get like all of that and another 3 weeks for like $40 maybe tops if you're charging it at home.
Yeah, the
So
EV I think was a big game changer for sure.
yeah, EV
Big game
EV stuff
changer.
is it looks like EV's promising right now on Turo right now because like I said, cars are super cheap. The rates that they're renting for are still decent, so you're getting a good return on your investment. So like something like this doesn't rent out as much as you would think because the way the economy is right now, probably people aren't trying to spend extra money. And when they need a car for a long time, usually they want something economical. Like that's why like the Prius I have does pretty decent. It's already gone on its second like month rental. So people are looking to rent these cars for long term. I've actually had the Prius. Somebody tried to rent it for 3 months, and I canceled it because I was like, I can't let it go out for 3 months. Like this is crazy. And the numbers were like I had it set up on Turo was like I they got a huge discount, and I was basically gonna make no money. So I was like, I'd rather cancel the 3 month trip and just test my luck, just trying to rent it out throughout the month. And it seems like it's better to do shorter term rentals because they don't get as big of a discount, but the long term stuff's cool because it's like, out of sight, out of mind. The car's booked out for a long period. You don't have to worry about that car getting booked. Um, but that just depends if you have a lot of cars in your fleet. And we're talking about maybe we should add another one, huh?
Yeah, I think adding another one definitely would be beneficial for us, just because of how we are able to charge the car and keep track of where the car is and see how it moves around.
Oh yeah, because it has like GPS and all that, huh?
Yeah,
So you don't even have to add that on the Tesla.
yeah,
It
you
just
don't.
comes
And
with it.
then also like they also get to keep track of it because with the Tesla, you're able to give them the app on your phone so they could use it as a key as well and see the same thing we're seeing. So everything is going to be transparent on both sides now with the EV chargers. That's what I noticed with this last customer that asked me. She asked me if somehow I could share the app with her, and I was able to just by going on my end and sharing it through her with like an email or a phone number. And basically, she can also see where the car is, the temperature of the car, and she could preset everything before like getting into the car if it's hot. Everything that like I would have ability to, she would also have ability to, or whoever rents the car out as well. That's
So
also different on Teslas.
they get like the real owner experience,
Yeah,
basically, because
yeah,
they have
exactly.
access to it. So if they wanted to test the Tesla out to see if they would like it, it would be good for them, huh?
Yeah, That's
And
really good.
somebody said the last guy said that's what he did. No, he said he was
Yeah,
thinking about getting one, so he
yeah,
he rented it out for a week. So
yeah.
what is the Tesla right now renting out for a week make?
I think for a week we're looking at around maybe like around like the 200 range.
Like the higher 200s, 280 maybe.
Yeah, like around there for a
That's not
week.
bad. So you do the math, 280 per week. You know the monthly payment with insurance on that is probably like 500-600 bucks.
Yeah,
So 500-600 bucks basically rents out for 2 weeks, 50% of the time. Then it's paying itself off and maybe making like 100 bucks. So if it could rent out for over 50% of the month, then it's profiting all of that rest. So you can look at it like that, guys. It rents out for 2 weeks, and then you get a whole another third week out of it. That whole third week is all profit, or you could throw that back into the loan of the car and pay that car off sooner, so you pay less interest and you'll get more money in your pockets later down the road. So that's the ideal way to do it, because some of these cars will make more money than the payment and insurance combined. So you could take that extra money it makes and just throw it back into that same loan, so that that car could pay itself off a lot sooner. Like I said, you could be saving thousands on interest. This car right here, I'm gonna end up paying 17,000 in interest if I don't pay it off within 6 years, or like if I pay it off sooner, if I could pay this off in 3 years, or even, yeah, 3 years probably. Um, I could save a lot on interest. I could save a lot, and especially if I'm putting more money down right now, because that's gonna minimize my total balance that I actually owe. So realistically, I could owe 62 on this car, but with interest, I'll end up paying like 80, right? Like 83. Or I could keep putting money down, and that now that interest that they're going to be charging me on, it's not going to be on the whole 62. If I put 10,000 down next month and it goes towards the balance, they're going to charge my interest on that, on what I owe. So the faster you can get it down in the beginning, because in the beginning they take the most interest out, because that's when you owe the most. So you got to try in the beginning to knock it down, and then you could slow it down later on. Like right now on the Beamer, for example, I'm only paying like about, I think I only have like $400 worth of interest, $500 worth of interest left, you know? So
yeah.
there's really not much left on that car now. But this car, like, there's a lot of interest on the table.
Still
So
has to get
the
paid.
sooner the sooner my priority should be this car, because it's my biggest loan. And then start working this guy down to the point where it's so low that the interest isn't crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a tip right there, guys. If you guys don't really know too much about that kind of stuff, like, you could always feel free to message us, and I'll get to you, because I feel like I've kind of been in the industry for a while now, and I've kind of like learned the ropes on how to how to make things go smoother, how to
More smoothly.
more smoothly. I'm making new
Yeah.
words out here, guys, but yeah, I figured out how to make things flow smoothly, and where like I could show you from my mistakes, because I've made a lot of mistakes being in the auto industry, buying cars. Guys, the first car I ever bought, my interest rate was like 23%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, guys. That is insane. Nobody should ever have to sign a deal like that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So I got finessed big time. I was a first time buyer, didn't really have anybody to help me with this, and I basically took the first deal they gave me, and the first deal was 23%. And yeah, that was for a base model. It was a brand new Honda Civic, but I ended up losing 12 grand on that car that year, because I got rid of it after a year. I had put like three down. I bought it for 21. My payments accumulated to like 6,000. And then I was upside down on the car. They gave me 16 for it. I still owed nine. So I was three right there. So basically, I lost 12 grand that year on that car. So that's how you can lose money very quickly, guys, on
So
these
much
cars.
money
You
just
need to
going down.
know, yeah, you need to know how to buy cars, what's going to be your best return on investment exactly. So that's what I'm saying, guys. I've unfortunately had to learn the hard way. I had to lose a lot of money to get to where I am now, but I feel like I've kind of gotten a pretty good idea of how money works and how it moves, and how even if you lose money, it could not be considered a loss if you look at it from a bigger perspective. Because I'll be honest, guys, in this generation, like, you got to get in some debt if you want to go farther in life. Like, if you want to maximize your potential, you got to go into debt. Honestly, you like if you if you have all this potential, let me put it like this to you guys. If you have all this potential, if this can right here has hella potential, right? It doesn't matter. Like, look at how big it is. It could only fill up so much, right? But now get a six pack. Now there's six of them, and maybe and they don't belong to this guy, but they're with him. Now they got more momentum. Now there's a bunch of cans. So it's like that. If you only have 20K to your name, right? But you have potential to turn 20K into 100K, and you go and you borrow another 80K. Now you just turned, whatever that adds up to. But yeah, guys. Let me see. What else can we talk about? What do you think about? Have your cars haven't gone into an accident?
Nah,
Not really, huh?
fortunately, no accidents yet. I have had like a small like curb rash on the rim, but that's nothing really crazy. That's really common with a lot of cars. A lot of cars.
How does tell them how like that's probably a question a lot of people have is like when cars get hit or whatever, like who covers it? How do you feel
Uh,
about that?
Basically, you gotta go through Turo, but you should have a deductible. You decide what your deductible is gonna be with Turo. It's like having an insurance with Turo, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, Turo basically they make it pretty easy, man. It's like you take your car to the body shop, right? If it's to that point, and then Turo pays you all the money. So that's what's kind of cool about Turo, because usually they could send the check to the body shop, but
Yeah.
you're going through like Turo pays you and you pay the body shop.
Yeah.
So if you have connections with body shops, you could take it, there. Sometimes they could cover the deductible for you, so you don't have to pay that out of pocket. And they help you out. Whatever. But basically, um, yeah, guys, I my experience with Turo has been pretty good. I feel like my cars have gotten hit compared to Isaac's. So the Beamer got keyed. I'll show you guys some videos of that. Yeah, basically, the dude's baby mama like keyed his car up or keyed my car up. I don't know why she had to have known it's a rental unless he was saying, "Hey, you know what? Nah, this is my car." So, yeah, I guess the baby mama was upset and just keyed the car up. And Turo initially wanted to give me $1,000 for that, and it was a lot more than $1,000 worth of damage.
Yeah.
Plus, it had to get wrapped. So we filed a supplement, and we're still waiting to hear back on that. But the car is going out on Friday, so we're probably gonna just start fixing it because we want to make sure the customer has the car like, in good condition because it's been an ongoing thing for a week now. We listed it because we're just like car can't be down for that long, especially when it's still drivable. It's just some cosmetic work. Um, but yeah, the Prius got hit bad on one of those month trips. Like they were hit by a drunk driver. The car was pretty bad. Turo paid out like 9 grand for that one. And it was like rear quarter panel damage, the rear bumper, the door had to get repainted. I think they needed a new door. Matter of fact, I think they put a whole new door in it. Uh Realistically, yeah, like parts and material for that one had to be like around 2 2,500 somewhere around there, maybe more. But like I said, guys, Turo will pay out. You don't have to worry when you're renting your car out. Turo has the money to make sure your car gets fixed right. Um, Definitely. But yeah, guys, if you're thinking about doing Turo, it's not a bad thing to do if you, especially if you're working from home or if you have like somebody at home who's always at home and can hand off the keys to the cars. You don't have to drop the cars off at your house. Like we do it here at the shop. So we have pickups and drop offs here, and then we also have it so that we can deliver the car to you for an extra like $80. Uh, the main place we get drop offs here in San Bernardino is to Ontario at the airport. So yeah, that's how we do it, guys. What do you think, Isaac? You want to give him some advice on this, or dude's
Uh,
looking to get in a Turo?
Basically, I would say that getting when you're getting into Turo, or if you're thinking about getting into Turo, you gotta also realize that it's like anything else. You're taking a risk. Car could get scratched up. Your car could get in an accident. I think that no matter what, even if you don't are getting, even if you're not getting to Turo, something could happen to your car. So I think going into Turo, you just gotta keep in mind that it's gonna be a risk, but there is a reward. Like if you know how to move around with Turo and know how to get your connections right, and you networking with even the customers that are coming in, you can move a lot. Or my bad, bro.
You're good. You could move. You can move. Yeah, like you can go far with this
Yeah,
shit. There's dudes
you go
on
far.
this platform, guys, that have 15 to 20 cars, like in their inventory, and I could see on there because I go on there and I look. So you want to do your research if you're gonna get into this stuff. So what we've done is like we go on Turo and we when we're thinking like what kind of car can we get next, you go and you search it up, right? You go search up G wagons if you're thinking about a G wagon. See how much they're renting for, and what you see on there isn't what they're actually renting for a day. So what you see on the Turo page when you're looking to rent it, Turo is adding its own fees. So don't think okay because the car it says 220 a day, that doesn't mean the renter is getting 220 a day. The renter is getting probably like 170, 150 maybe because Turo's adding their fees on there. So you got to keep that in mind, guys. If you're looking on there to see how much those cars are going for, you don't go in there thinking that that's what they're going for, because if you do that, you're gonna think you're gonna make more money than you really are with that car. So whatever you see on there, knock down like 35, 40%, and that's what you'll really be taking home. Um, on top of that, yeah, just do that, guys. Go on there, mock it up, see how many trips they have, see what locations. Like you really want to do good in this, you kind of have to like do some research. Like you have to go in there in your area, see how many of those cars are in your area so you could check out the competition. Like if you do all that, you're going to succeed. Like if you put in more work than everybody else, cuz some people are just listing the cars they buy on there or listing a car they think is cool. They're not really doing research. They're just like, I like this car, it's cool. And that's kind of what I did with this car. We someone looked into it, but this was more for like the shop here, for the wrap shop, you know, because like I said, this car doesn't rent out as much, and this is a bigger liability. Like if you could get one of these, right, and it doesn't pay itself off. Oh, this one is this one's one that doesn't pay itself off because it's just it's too expensive for some people to rent out. It doesn't rent out as often, which I like because I like keeping this around. But for example, you can get one of these and have that, or you can get like 3 or 4 Teslas, right, with the same amount of money, like 3 Teslas, and the Teslas will pay themselves off every month. So you're gonna be paying like basically the same amount of money for 3 of them instead, right? So if you move your money like that, you'll end up getting a bigger return on your investment later down the road. You might not look as cool because you got if you got 3 Teslas or you in a CA, like CA just turns heads, fucking
Yeah,
turns motherfucker turns heads and shit. It's a different kind of car, you don't really you're starting to see them more often now because they've gone down in value, but fucking shit still looks like a supercar. It looks like some exotic shit. I don't know.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So you could get a car like this that you want to drive, or you could just get a Tesla. I
yeah,
mean, it's just about, I think, getting the car that like the best price, that's like the best around.
yeah. I guess it depends too. Like if you're looking at it for
For Turo,
business
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
or personal, because
like for business.
that's what's cool about Turo too. You could do personal or you could do business, right? You could take it from either way. Like you could want a car and want to only pay half of it. That's a hack, right? So this car right here, we pay like half of it. So you could do stuff like that. Like, hey, I wanted this car, and fuck it, I didn't care if it rented out or not.
Yeah,
So it getting rented out maybe a weekend or two a month, that covers half of the payment and insurance. So that's cool with me because like I said, the Beamer and the Prius both have tended to pay themselves off every month. So essentially it's like I'm only paying half of a payment and I have 3 cars. So same thing. Isaac could do the same. Isaac's Tesla's paying itself off, but his Rebel's not really renting out. His Rebel is just kind of like, but to be
but we could
fair,
get the Rebel to put on Turo.
yeah,
That's what we're trying to say. Like,
we
you get
just
a
we
car
just
just
put
to
it
get
on there
in.
recently.
If you're gonna like, if you just wanted it, you know, that's how it happened for this one and the Rebel. Really, it was like a why not?
Yeah,
Let's get it.
it was a why not, and it was like you know, uh,
But the Prius and the Tesla were definitely to like make their money back. Even with just the gas mileage, they make their money
yeah.
when
See,
they're driving daily or like one of these.
things like that exactly. So you could get cars like that. You could go get a hybrid, boom, you're saving a lot of money now on gas. So you got to look at all that. If you are coming from having a car that wastes a lot of gas, you were to buy a Tesla, you were to buy a hybrid, then you're going to be saving money on gas now, right? And you're putting that on Turo, and then let's say it's paying itself off or half, because it seems to me that economic cars right now like are kind of trending on the rental platforms. And
Yeah,
even I think at a enterprise, like cars that are good on gas and stuff, we're doing good with them.
yeah.
So
But you gotta have a fleet going on though, because like, say the Tesla goes out and then you're just stuck with your V8 engine, then you're like back to just wasting all that gas. Now
yeah,
you're spending all that, so you gotta have at least something else like a fleet. That's why kind of like it's cool that like we kind of share our cars and work together because we could just borrow each other's cars if our cars are going out.
yeah, having a partner in that business, it works really well, because like I said, it what that does is it's spreading your capital. Like I said, it's almost like taking a loan, because we're using his credit to get a car, then we use my credit to get a car, and you just keep going bouncing off, because you can only get so much under one personal, you know. But we also have the business too, so I was even thinking the next one's gonna go on the business maybe, and that gives us more time to chill our credits out. Because all of them are right now personal loans. They're personal loans, but they're being paid off through the business, so it's kind of technically business too. But yeah, guys. Basically, when it comes down to this Turo shit, pick the right cars that are
Right
gonna,
price too.
yeah, right
Don't be out here
price,
getting finessed. The
right
APR
interest.
rate got to be right.
You gotta double
Yeah.
check that they're not throwing in like just random add-ons, because they do that. If you really ask them, you go, "What is this right here?" Boom, they're like, "Oh, it's because we ceramic coat it." And then you're like, $2,000 for a ceramic coating? That's crazy. Because these dealerships, a lot of these dealerships are gonna try to sneak that stuff in there, and you got to be looking out for that. It's when you ask them to see the numbers, ask them to see the breakdown of it. Go like, I want to see like exactly where all the money's going. You know, don't just tell them like they're just like, this is your monthly payment, and this is your like your APR. Like you want to see all the numbers. Like, okay, well, let me see all the numbers. Like, let me see exactly how it's getting broken down. You know what I'm saying? Because they could tell you, they could just shoot you these like numbers, and that's how you like, oh yeah, you're gonna be paying this for 7 years, or you're gonna pay this for this, or like blah blah blah, or like I said, a lot of it is add-ons and adding warranty. Like me personally, I get warranty. I add the warranty on this because it's like this was the first, I think, year of this model, so I was like, something could be wrong with it. I need to get warranty on it. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up because one of our customers just pulled up, so we're gonna get on that. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. I think he hit some shit.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Uh, this was the first podcast. I was a little shy, I'm not gonna lie, but I try to go through it. But yeah.
Yeah, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and we're gonna keep the content coming. All right. Okay, bro. That shit wasn't that bad, huh?